Welcome to SubForTools. Today we're going to check out this SK utility knife, aka the box cutter. So this is not a fresh unboxing here. I got this, I want to say, back in October. I don't remember the exact cost. I'll add all that in on editing. But as you can see, this is not new. The paint is starting to wear off a little, but it is also stamped in. And this is gonna be the China. I don't think there's much SK left that's made in USA, and if it is, it says it, but I don't care. I was never the one to get caught up in that whole made in the USA thing. I know people like to really try to drive it home. Oh, it's worth the cost because it's made in USA, or they try to act like, oh, all I got is nothing but made in USA, but yet you're throwing your comments out on your China phone and driving your China car, wearing your China clothes. This video has come about from a viewer's request. So I thought, sure, let's knock it out. I was actually looking for a box cutter, utility knife, whatever you want to call it, for work. And I never had a push button one. So I decided I was going to find one that was push button. So I got on the old Amazons, and I believe Black Friday was going down at the time. So I definitely wanted a push button, and second criteria was green. I wanted a green one. So I found the SK. The price was pretty decent. It's loaded with features, and it's push button. And the action on this thing is just crazy smooth. So I was thinking about cleaning it up before I, featured it. But I thought, nah, you know what? I looked around at it and seen it had some dirt in her. I thought, no, you know what? I'm just going to leave it dirty so you can see the buildup that it has over the months of pocket lint and such, and doesn't really hinder the action. So this thing actually turned out being so nice. I do carry it at work, but I don't use it for what I was gonna use it for, because not only am I a diesel mechanic, but I also am somewhat of a mud engineer, I guess you could say. We do drilling mud at my job as well. And then we truck the drilling mud to the rigs. So I am a mechanic, but I also handle the mud. And we do a lot of sack cutting. Like we cut a bunch of chemical sacks, and that's what I actually had wanted to use this for, and it will gunk your blade, gunk your knives up so bad. And I decided it was too nice for that. So I do use it at work, but I use it for like cutting rags and cutting anything. A little bit of scraping, but since it's a razor blade, you can't really, you can't do no prying. It's just gonna snap it in half. Scraping's minimum. It's just not good for scraping. Let's see. And then I wound up just, carrying it all the time. Like, I don't even carry I don't even EDC a knife in the world no more. Like, this is what I carry, this box cutter. I just got to where sharpening a knife, man, it's just I got so much, I'm limited on time. Like, I am so limited on time that sitting down and sharpening my knives is it just takes too much time now. I guess I could buy some electric knife sharpeners and whatnots, but it's just so much easier just to pop a blade out and pop a new one in. Because my first work knife, or not my first work knife, but my first pretty good work knife was the old Walmart D2 meme knife. I know a lot of y'all probably remember when this thing took over the internet. Real good knife. I liked it. Beat the hell out of it. Sharpened it a few times. D2 still, it holds the edge somewhat alright. Like this so much, I bought a bunch of them. I've given a bunch of them away. I think this was my last backup I had. And then they dropped the green and updated it. So now had a reversible pocket clip on it, for lefties or righties. And then this became my work knife. So I beat on it for a little while, and then of course I bought extras of those as well. I'm hard on my work knives. Then I decided I wanted a box opener, and this is so nice. It's got the button right there. You just push it, and this blade here it's not too bad. It needs to get changed out, so all you do is just push the button, flip your blade over, and put it back in. Make sure she's locked up, and boom, fresh edge. Alright, let's hit some features right quick. So you do get half of the blade of use. You have a string cutter back here, which kind of doesn't make sense to me because you also have a string cutter up here. So okay, that's useless. You have the quick change, the push button, which is pretty nice. it does not have any mid locks. So it locks shut. You push the button, you open it, it locks open. You don't have any 45 locks or anything like that. It's just closed, open. You have a lanyard hole, so if you need to tie off, if you're working overhead. What else do we have here? I think that's it on this side. We do have it is, I'm guessing aluminum, some type of aluminum with green paint, which is, it's all right, but you know, over a couple of months, barely a couple of months, it's already rubbing off. It is tip down carry, which should be against everything. Tip down sucks, mostly because so it rides in your pocket like that, right? And you reach in and you grab it, you pull it out, you're upside down now. You have to flip it around, hit the button, open her up. Unlike, say, tip up carry, it would ride in your pocket like this. So whenever you reached in your pocket to grab it, you're already ready to deploy. It's just one less little movement you have to do. So tip down, that sucks. The wire clip is freaking crazy. So when I was buying this, I seen the wire clip in the picture, and I'm not a fan of wire clips because I've had a couple on some, you know, budget knives, and they basically sucked. They were either very loose out of the box, or they became very loose after use. This wire clip here is freaking crazy tight. It's good. It's good. And even though as tight as it is, since it's a wire clip and only has 2 points of contact, it does slide in and out of your pocket fairly easy. So that's pretty nice.
Grandpa?
Yes?
I have a pillow.
Okay.
I don't have a blanket.
There's a pillow right there. There's blankets all over your floor. And we have a rubberized plastic coating. And then we have storage. Oh, look at that little pocket lint. Whew. Yeah, she'd be dirty. Oh, there's all kinds of buildup in there. Let's see. I think you can hold three or four in here. I have 3 in here right now, and it feels pretty tight, so it's probably just 3. Cool thing is, this is shipped with blades. They are SK blades. These are not. These are Stanley, I believe. Yes. These are Stanley blades. I've long since used the SK blades. They were alright. They weren't horrible. I felt like they lost their edge fairly quick, but oh yeah, there's all kinds of lint in this thing. So yeah, I need to take this thing to the car wash. But like I said, I didn't really want to clean it up. I wanted to show you basically what it looks like after a few months of just riding in the pocket and doing some light work duty. It gathers some dirt. Let's see, let's get the weight on this thing. Cause it's pretty heavy. It's got some weight to it. Let's see, we're at 0.31 pounds, 141 grams. So she's got some weight to her. Ran out to the old Harbor Freights and picked up a Gordon. And I believe this is a push button because I don't see no frame lock and they don't have a back lock. And it's got this button right here, so I'm thinking it's a push button as well. Got that, was $4.99, and they threw in some free screwdrivers, some Quinn. And if you go back and check out my other videos, you will see that I actually have I had the big, I think it's 16-piece Quinn screwdrivers, and these look like they came straight out of that kit, and I was not impressed with them at all. I ended up taking them back, getting my money back, and adding that to funds to buy the Icon screwdrivers. So these were free. I didn't turn them down. I figure, punch, chisel, pry bar, whatever, I'll beat the living hell out of them, and then when I kill them, I'll take them back and get new ones. Free is free. So let's open this up right quick. I guess we'll use the box cutter to open up the box cutter, which is something that rarely ever happens. You have what you need to open it with. And it is push button. And that sucker is tight. You are not flipping this thing. Oh shit. Just knocked over my light. Icon backlight. Yeah, this thing is, you are not flipping that open. And that's crazy too, because if you can't flip it and it's push button, it's locked shut, so you have no choice but to use two hands. Oh my goodness, that thing. Okay, it does have a 45 lock though, so I like that. I wish this one had that. So that's cool. Let's see, it also has the same type of push button. Blade change. I actually think that one's a little smoother than this one is. This one's a little, of course, it should be a little dirty in there too, so. But even from day one, I had to put a little lube in there. Shot a little Zep 45 off in there just to make things work a little better. But yeah, right from day one, the blade change was never butter smooth. There's always some little hang-ups in there. This one here, the blade change does feel very, very smooth in and out, so like that. There's no blade storage in this thing. So no extra blades there. There's a whole bunch of squiggly marks here. Just kind of take a look at that and see what we can see. So I'm not exactly sure what all of that is. I don't know if it's a map to some buried treasure. Oh, wait a second. Okay. I think it's trying to tell you how to change the blade. That looks like the handle. That looks like the blade. See a number 1, number 2. Yeah, I see a. Yeah, it could be a. That's a waste. Like you wasted money right there. Oh, that was a waste. Could have been $3.99. I think I will actually use this for work, cutting my sacks. We'll see how that goes. So let's do the direct comparison here. So quite a bit smaller on the Gordon, quite a bit more narrower. So from center of hinge to center of hinge, again, it looks like the SK is just a little bit longer. Workable blade. Looks like the SK is going to give you just a little bit more workable blade, not much more. Maybe 3/16 or so. Let's see, the button on the SK sticks out just a little bit further, not much, maybe a 1/16 or so. Let's see, ride height. This sucker here is going to ride high in your pocket. So the SK does sit all the way down in your pocket. So when it's in there, up to the top of that bin right there is all that's poking out right there. Versus the Gordon. You're going to have, I guess I'll quit shooting y'all the finger. You're going to have that much poking out of your pocket. You know, quite a bit, especially if you want to do some bendy. I guess all in all, $4.99 wasn't bad for that with a pair of shit screwdrivers. And whatever I paid for this was worth it, because this is a good knife. I like it a lot. I recommend this. It's held together. I ain't put it through total hell, but it's not wearing no dress either. Laters.